Hello everyone, my name is Maria Constante and I'm with the University of Houston downtown. Today I'll be reading a book to you titled Penguins and Polar Bears, Animals of the Ice and Snow. This book is by Sandra Lee Crow. Everywhere you look, there is ice. It floats on the ocean around Antarctica, the coldest place on Earth. You can see the land and the cold sea around at the bottom of the globe. In this frozen world live 6 kinds of penguins. Can you find the 2 penguins crossing the ice? Adele penguins stand on an iceberg. Can you tell penguins apart by the markings on their heads? Macaroni penguins have long orange feathers on top of their heads. All penguins have nearly the same shape. They have smooth, rounded bodies, a thick layer of fat that helps them stay warm. All penguins have black and white patterns that help hide them in the water. From below, their white bellies are hard to see against the light sky. Seen from above, their black backs blend in with the water. Leaping and diving like dolphins, Adele penguins speed through the sea. They rise from the water a few seconds to breathe. Penguins are birds but cannot fly. They swim using their wings and paddle and steering with their legs. Their feathers fit tightly together and help their bodies stay warm and dry. Like a rocket, an Adele penguin shoots out of the sea. Another lands. It digs its toes into the ice and stops. Penguins spend most of their lives in water. There they catch and eat fish and other animals called squid and krill. In the sea, penguins must always watch for danger. These Adeles standing on an iceberg are safe. Nearby, a leopard seal swims in the cold water. Any bird that jumps in now could become the seal's next meal. Chinstrap penguins ride the waves into a sandy beach. When the sea ice breaks up in spring, thousands of penguins come ashore. Most return to the same place every year. There they mate and lay eggs. The males arrive first and wait for the females. Sometimes males fight for their own spot of ground. The birds greet their mates by waving their flippers and raising their bills. A male genshu penguin offers his mate a rock for their nest. He also gathers feathers, bones, and anything else he can move. Another genshu is turning its egg. Most kinds of penguins have 2 eggs at a time. The parents take turns keeping them warm. Largest of the penguins, emperors, are nearly as tall as a 5-year-old child. Each of these males carries an egg on its feet, hidden under a fold of skin. A female emperor lays 1 egg in the middle of winter, then goes back to sea to eat. The male keeps the egg warm. She returns 2 months later as her chick hatches. Adele penguins watch a brown bird called skua as it circles overhead. Skuas eat penguin eggs and chicks. If a skua comes too close, the adult penguin will smack it with their flippers. Young chicks need a lot of care. 1 fluffy chick, 2 weeks old, snuggles beside its parent. A chick is always hungry. Its parent brings in krill in their throats. The muddy chick pushes its head into the parent's mouth to eat the food. Thousands of kinds of king penguins stand side by side in the mud. Which ones are those chicks? They're the ones with the soft brown coats of down. Chicks are born in the summer and they stay near their parents. After a few weeks, they gather in groups called nurseries. This helps keep them warm and safe. Bit by bit, chicks lose their fluffy feathers. Adult feathers have grown in under the down. These feathers will keep the birds dry. Now the penguins can swim and find their own food at sea. Taking giant steps, a polar bear moves silently over snow. This animal is twice as large as a lion or a tiger. The polar bear lives in the Arctic, at the other end of the earth from penguins. Like penguins, polar bears have thick layers called blubber. Under their skin, their black skin is covered with soft white underfur and a thick coat of outer hairs. In cold wind or in icy water, polar bears stay warm. Dripping wet, a polar bear climbs onto ice. Like dogs, polar bears dry off by shaking the water from their hair. They also swim like dogs, paddling with their front paws. Polar bears hunt seals in the ice that float on the Arctic Ocean. Look for the ocean surrounded by the land at the top of the globe. In some places, the sea melts in the summer and polar bears come to shore. 3 cubs tag along with their mother. They were born in the snow-covered den in winter. At birth, they could not see or hear, and had almost no hair. They grew fast by drinking their mother's milk. Now 6 months old, the cubs follow their mother everywhere. By their second summer, cubs are nearly as big as their mother. They are learning how to hunt. On land, they eat grass and berries. They may take eggs from a duck's nest. Sometimes they catch a ground squirrel, but this may not be enough food for the big bears. They live mainly off of their body fat until they can hunt seals again. The bears become restless and hungry by the end of the summer on land. They gather in groups on the shore. They are waiting for the sea to freeze so they can go hunt for seals. Growling at each other, the bears roll and tumble. Their battles are mostly play. After playing all day, a bear takes time out to rest. It sticks its face into the icy water and cools off. The sea is beginning to freeze. Polar bears will soon head out. Each usually hunts alone. It may wait patiently over the hole in the ice. The bear will strike like lightning if a seal pokes its head up to breathe. The bear might also sneak up on a seal as it rests in the sun. The bear is hard to see on snow. It is also hard to hear. Fur under its paws softens the sound of its steps. With summer over, the time has almost come for the bear to leave. One day the bear will be on shore. The next day it will be gone, back to its home on ice. And that concludes the story of penguins and bears, animals of the ice and snow. I hope you enjoyed it just as much as I have. Thank you.